That boy, that boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with LikquidCash.
Once I put it out there, you read my book, you like it or love it, it don't even matter. I put it out there because I feel like it's valuable. I feel like I got some good game in there for you to utilize and apply in your life. And if you don't find no inspiration in what I'm putting out there, then that's you. That's something that you need to really check about yourself. Maybe you can't find the goal when you know what I mean? You can't find the goal when it's standing in front of your face. That's a problem with you, but I'm gonna give you top tier quality. I'm gonna always put some inspirational, motivational, educational stuff in my book, on my content, or anything that I produce. You dig? So yeah, that's how I feel about anything that I put out there, man. Once I give it to the world, man, enjoy that. You dig? I'm not tripping if you like it or love it, man. It's all good. I created something and I put it out there because I came to this country, like I said again, with $2 in a dream. You dig? I didn't have nothing in between, nothing to stop me. I had everything to try to prevent me from actually being successful. Of course, growing up with a mother that was on drugs. Of course, growing up with a father that was abusive and that was, didn't believe in helping me to cultivate my goals and my dreams. Growing up in an environment where niggas was hating at an all-time high. Growing up in an environment where, you dig, as soon as you get outside of your element or your house, you're met with opposition. You met with people who trying to just take your life for no reason, just because they dealing with poverty on a certain level, or they dealing with all the anxiety and the stressful conditions that they dealing with in their household. So they rejecting or reflecting that energy onto you. You dig? So now y'all into a beef and a situation, and you dealing with all these type of elements that goes on in the environment that I grew up in, which is called the trenches now, but back then we call it the hood. I still think some of us still use the word hood, but for the most part, the YNs, they say it's the trenches now, you dig? So yeah, I dealt with all of that. I dealt with dealing with all of that, but I came, like I said, with $2 in the dream, locked in, focused on what I want to do. I was caught up in all the nonsense that young teenagers get caught up in, but I didn't let that stop me. I always thought outside of the box, always thought I could be bigger than and better than who I was at that particular time in my life. Even though I didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, even though I didn't have $2 to rub together to catch a fire or start a fire, you dig? I still was, ambitious, and I still had that fire inside me to make something happen. And like I said, the odds were stacked against me. Being an immigrant in this country with no ID, with no social security card, with no documentation to get a real good job. You dig? I was dealing with it. I was going through it. All of the emotional roller coaster. You can imagine someone that dealing with those type of things going through. I went through all of those emotional roller coasters that you can even imagine. I dealt with it all. And I was able to triumph over all of it because at the end of the day, I didn't feel like I had the I didn't feel like I had the opportunity to be a bum. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. I feel like people like me, we don't have the opportunity to just say, oh, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be a bum. Life ain't working for me. Things ain't going my way. You know what? I'm just going to just let life run its course, and it's over for me. I don't have the opportunity to do that because everywhere I look and everywhere I turned around, people always saw potential in me. Even though I didn't see the potential in myself at that time, people always let me know I had potential. You dig? Everyone that would stop me that on my course of action, on my journey through life, they will stop me and always say, man, you got a lot of potential. Like I said again, I didn't even see it in myself. So I didn't have the opportunity to be a bum because once they told me I have potential, even though I didn't see it in myself, it sparked something in my mind. It let me know that I could be in a better situation. Even though the odds were stacked against me, it looked like I can't really get out of the situation that I'm in. You dig? I still felt like, you know what? Just because this person stopped me and said, man, I see a lot of potential in you, that gave me the motivation to keep going. That gave me the motivation to keep persevering. And I had the willpower to keep going. You dig? Of course, you know, I wasn't getting that every day, but I got it enough in my lifetime to be self-motivated, to have that willpower to keep going. And that's what you're going to need. You're going to need that willpower to keep going, you dig? And God is going to show you a few signs and give you a few, you know what I mean, Hail Marys, and you're going to be like, okay, and it's going to make you feel good, and it's going to keep you going on the course of action, on the journey. And that's what happened to me. Like I said again, I ain't had a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but I had a pocket full of ambition. And that's all I needed. I couldn't take it to the bank and cash that motherfucker, but that's all I needed in order to make something out of nothing. Because, you know, we as black people, that's one thing we masterful at. You dig? We master the art of making something out of nothing. We master the art of doing that. You dig? So even though you might not have nothing right now, you dig? That woman that you looking for ain't really paying you no mind. The job that you know what I mean, was all excited to get, didn't give you the opportunity. You dig? You know what I mean? You might have even got laid off. Even though it looked like all the cards are stacked against you, trust me, you got to play the hand that you're dealt. Play the hand that you're dealt at the best of your ability and keep moving forward, because you're going to go through all of the emotions. You're going to go through all of the ups and downs. That's the part of the process, right? Failure is just a speed bump on the way to success. So when you're moving towards success, you better be aware that you're going to be met with opposition. You're going to be met with a lot of energy that's going to be trying to pull you away from where you're trying to go. But you have to remain positive and you have to stay focused on your course of action. That's the main thing. And if you keep the main thing, it ain't no way you're going to not succeed. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time. That's all it is. I was thinking to myself the other day, right? I was talking to myself, because I do that very often. I talk to myself and I said, every time that I think I'm in control, and for the most part, we are in control of our life, but every time I think I'm in control, I try to will something into my existence at a timely fashion when I want it to happen, and it never does. And that's when I know that I'm not in control. That lets me know, that humbles me and put me back in the remembrance that God is in control. Because nothing is going to happen on your time. You can't will nothing to happen on your time, man. Everything is going to happen on God's timing. The moment you get so egotistical and think that, okay, this is going to happen today, or I want this to happen right now, or I want that to happen right now, trust me, ain't nothing is happening on your time. Everything is happening on God's time. Anytime I get big-headed, anytime I think that I'm above it all, that puts me back in order. That puts me back in remembrance of who's really in control. And God is in control for sure. Because if things happen on my time, I would have been a multi-millionaire by 14. You dig? Yeah, that's when I would have been a millionaire. If things happen on my time, I would have been a millionaire by 14 years old. I would have been in a Benz by motherfucking 15. You dig? I would have had a house by the 16, paid off cash. If things happen on my time, man, I would have had 4, 5, 6 baby mothers, and I'm rich at this time, so I ain't even tripping on child support or whatever I have to pay to maintain the family structure. You dig? Because like I said again, at 14, I would be rich if I want things to happen on my time. Nothing happens on your time. Everything happens on God's time. You better understand that. Don't let that go over your head. Overstand that, you dig? Anytime you think you're in control, let that put you back in the remembrance, humble you a second, let you know what I mean? Let that sink in your mind that God is in control and everything is going to happen on his time, you dig? Like I said again, if I was in control of all this shit, man, I would have been a multi-millionaire by 14, you dig? Straight up, I would have been a billionaire by 21 if things was happening on my time. If I could will the world on my time. If you're a 25-year-old man right now and you're dealing with life and life is kicking your ass, right? Because that's what life does. It kicks your ass. That's just what it is. But that's happening because it's strengthening you, right? If you're going through life and you're going through it mentally, spiritually, and financially, that's because it's building your character. Life is going to test you to see what you're made of. That's the only way you know if you're great. That's the only way if you know if you're evolving as a human being. That's how we grow, through adversities. You ever notice that we all get closer to God when we go through something tragic in our life? We all get spiritually aware when we going through hard times and tough times. We have to keep that same energy when we're going through good times as well. You have to always be in remembrance. The Jews, they keep a mezuzah at the door. I don't know if you know what a mezuzah is. It's a little tiny scroll, and they put a prayer inside of the scroll, and they put it at each doorway in the household. And every time they pass it, it's to keep them in remembrance that God is near. So whatever you're going through in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you always got to remember that God is near. He's watching. He's watching. He's always there. He's always observing. So the key to life is just being a good person. My father used to say that all the time. In life, you just got to be a good person. I never really truly understood what he meant when he said it. I heard it, but I didn't really understand it. As I got older and I moved through life and I started to, evolve in my consciousness, I realized it's important to be a good person because your blessings is going to come from all the good deeds you did throughout the course of your life. See, I didn't understand that at a young age when he said that. Just be a good person. Just be a good person. When you see an old lady, trying to cross the street, help her out. When you see an old lady trying to go through a door, you open it up for her. You did? When you see somebody, going through something and they ask you for a favor, if you in the position to help, you help them out. Because all of these small good deeds that you do throughout the course of your life, it's going to circle back around. It's going to circle back around. The energy is never lost, it's just transferred. So that energy will circle back around to you and good things will start to happen for you throughout the course of your life. If bad things are happening to you, it's because you're lowering your vibration, right? Your vibration is lowered because of the circumstances and the situation that you've been going through. And you might have done some things throughout your life that wasn't good. You might have done some things that wasn't so nice. Like I said, the energy always circles back around. And it comes in subtle ways. So you can't escape the energy. So that's why it's important to just be a good person. Just be a good person. When somebody offers you something or gives you something, say thank you. When somebody, when you do something for someone and they say thank you, you say you're welcome, right? All these small, subtle gestures of kindness helps you throughout the course of your life. That's why it's very important to be a good person and to sow good deeds. You are a sum total of your thoughts and deeds. I'm going to say that again because I know y'all be listening too slow. You are a sum total of your thoughts and your deeds. If you're thinking positive and you sow good deeds, only positive things are going to happen to you throughout your life. There'll be some negative because throughout the course of your beginning stages of your life, you did some negative things. So those things will circle back around. But the more good deeds you do, the more good plants you sow, the more good seeds you sow, the more good things are going to start to overshadow the negative. So when you have negative things in your life or happens in your life, they wouldn't seem that big. You wouldn't even care, because so much good things are happening in your life. So many good blessings are being returned to you. So the small things is just annoying, but they really don't bother you because you got so much good that's happening all around you. So that's why it's important to be a good person. When somebody do wrong to you, you don't let them get you out of character. You do something back negative to them, because when you do that, all you're doing is hurting yourself, because the energy will come back around. It's never lost. It's just transferred from one person to the next. So you have to be mindful of what you're doing. There's going to be suckers throughout the course of your life that try to throw you off your game. I can tell you this because it happened to me throughout the course of my life. There were suckers trying to throw me off of my game throughout the course of my whole life. But I never let a sucker take me out of my character and make me do some sucker shit. If you would like to watch this full episode without having to wait, subscribe to my YouTube membership, where you can watch the full episode before it's released. And if you want to watch more content, join my Patreon family for more exclusive, never before seen episodes. All the information will be in the description below. Cheers.